This issue introduces bad mark automatic springboard engraving. Automatically skip engraving if the machine recognizes a bad board. Then we will mark the bad board of the PCB puzzle. We should mark the defective boards on the PCB and create identification points at the designated locations. This enables the machine to detect and determine whether engraving is required. When selecting identification markers, we have two options, one for identifying good boards and another for identifying defective ones. Should you mark defective PCB boards with identification points, we should select the second option. When the machine detects the marking points on faulty boards, it should refrain from engraving the content. The first option is that when the machine identifies a valid marker point, such as a white square, it will engrave the content. When no white square is recognized, the machine will not engrave. We select the first option. Once the PCB marking points have been successfully identified, the machine will proceed to engrave the contents. We click Edit, and the machine loads the PCB board. Next, we will demonstrate how to identify marker points and engrave QR code content. After the marked point is successfully recognized, I delete the engraving position created before. For panelized PCBs, first mark the defective boards, then create the engraving locations. A bad mark controls a single engraving point. The machine first recognizes the bad mark, and then engraves the QR code. Next, we create the bad board marker points. By clicking on the bad board mark, you can choose the shape template or the gray release template. I chose the shape template. Then click to the first target location. The working head moves to the target area. Select the target marker, but there can be no distractions next to the marker. The method for creating a bad mark is identical to that for creating a mark. There is a QR code interference problem next to this bad mark. Change location. As this white square bears a resemblance to the adjacent QR code, it may cause recognition errors. Therefore, please relocate it to another position. We chose this white square for the bad mark. Use this as the reference point for the goods board. Once the machine recognizes this reference point, it will immediately engrave the content. Click the right mouse button. Then adjust the parameters to allow the machine to recognize the white outline. After no problem, click OK. Next, place the bad mark in this position. Click on the bad mark template and place it at the target location. Click to move to the white square position. We should place it in this position. There's a bad mark here. Then place the QR code. Click this QR code. Where to place the QR code for engraving? If placed here, it will overlap with the QR code below, so place it in another location. Suppose this is a PCB puzzle, engrave it in this position. Whether this QR code is engraved depends on whether there is a white square next to it. A marker controls a template. Click on another marker to control the second template. Place a marker point, and then place a QR code template. If the marker point cannot be placed, move by clicking. The search range for your marker is set too large, causing interference between them. Next time we make a bad mark, making the search range smaller. Click on the bad mark marker point. Place on the target location. I have now made a marker point, a QR code. After clicking on the target location, a marker will appear on the right. Then place the QR code template of the second spell. And that's what happens, which is the dots and the template for each of the two puzzles are done. When there are many PCB panels, we use an array configuration. In this case, we must select panel markers and QR codes to array together. Remove the marker points and stencils for the second puzzle. Keep only one puzzle and then proceed to the array. Follow the blue box with the mouse and right-click to exit. Click the left mouse button box to select the marker point and QR code so that the two objects are selected. After selecting two objects, click Array. Click on the array here. The method of making the array is the same as in the previous teaching. Enter 9 rows, 2 columns. Click OK. Locate the first reference point. After clicking the first reference point, move in the X direction. Find the second reference point. Find the second reference point target location. After clicking on the second reference point, move down in the Y direction to find the third reference point. Click on the third reference point. After clicking, all the puzzles have been arrayed. You see, here's a marker, a QR code. This also shows the location of the QR code. Next, we remove this PCB and cover the white squares with black tape. The machine will engrave a QR code if it recognizes a white square, otherwise, it will not engrave. Black tape covers the white square, so the machine cannot recognize it and does not engrave it. We took out the PCB. I covered the first and third PCB boards with black tape. Next, let's start sculpting and see the actual action effect. We click on the main interface to start running. Some steps are omitted here, and the main purpose here is to introduce the method of making bad marks. The machine first recognizes the mark, and then recognizes the bad mark of each puzzle, finally engraving the QR code. Here, you can see if the machine has successfully recognized it. You see none of these are identified. Bad marks were not identified. Only 2 of these markers were identified, the others were not. The problem is that bad marks are not made well, resulting in poor machine recognition. This bad board marker is not made well. We need to modify this bad board marker. We place the PCB in the machine to modify this bad mark. We click Edit and the machine automatically loads the PCB. When the PCB is loaded, the machine automatically recognizes the mark. Click Move to manually move to the bad mark location area. Click on the bad mark, and then modify the brightness of the identification marker point. Modify the brightness of the second light source and adjust the brightness. Maybe the brightness is too high for it to recognize. Click on the bad mark, select the shape template, and recreate the marked point. Modify the bad mark parameter. Adjust the search range, click OK, and replace the previously created markers. Choose the bad mark. Click the Edit button. After checking and confirming that there are no problems, click OK to save the program. Click to start running. Now bad marks can be automatically identified. After all the bad marks are identified, start engraving. Everyone knows why the alarm window popped up. As a QR code is already present at this location, the machine first checks whether a QR code exists at this position during engraving. If a QR code is detected, the machine will trigger an alarm. If none is present, it will proceed directly with engraving. You see, when the machine detects no QR code, it proceeds to engrave directly. You see, now that it is successful, the machine automatically recognizes that the first and third PCBs are defective. The machine automatically recognizes the bad board marking points and then does not engrave the QR code on the bad board. You see, the first and third PCB bad boards are not engraved, so they do not occupy the QR code serial number. Here is the engraving log. Open the Test 1 ticket program, and this is the content of our current engraving. You can see that the first and third PCB boards are defective and not engraved. Start engraving from the second and fourth PCB boards. These are NG. Assuming that all the bad boards are engraved, the PCB boards produced next are all good PCBs. Then we need to uncheck this option in the program. Don't check the bad board, click Save. After modification, after the machine recognizes the mark, it engraves directly without checking the bad mark. If there is anything you do not understand, please feel free to contact us. The contact information is www.jhimes.com.